and I get up and come out here and search and play videos and do whatever else I want to do.
Yep.
At first it was 24-hour TV. That was good, and then the internet came along.
Yes. And broadband is a little bit better than dial-up.
Oh, just a fraction. When we went round Australia 19 or 20 years ago,
yeah,
the only modem I had was my phone. And man, it was painful. Like, all I used it for really was emails to keep running the business, you know?
Yeah.
And even that was painful. You'd wait 10 minutes for the messages to download. And you had to be parked right in the town and everything. And about 3 kilometres out, you were buggered. So, no such thing as wireless at tourist offices or McDonald's or anything, you know.
No.
I sometimes felt like taking a couple of wires with alligator clips on it and clipping them up on the telephone lines, you know, like you see the crooks do.
Well, it might work, you never know.
It'd work with the old ones if you knew which wires to connect to.
Yeah. Like the power lines, if you hold a one of them long fluoros, if you hold one up close enough to a power line, it just lights up in your hand.
Yeah.
Hey, Darky, how's it going?
Oh, good. Hey, you sexy devil, you. I missed you.
Now, I just put a link in there for him, Robbo. So he has to come in now, but no pressure, Dark, all right?
It's one thing I like about Dark. He appreciates the company he keeps.
Yeah. He keeps coming back at least. He's got to say something, doesn't it?
Well, that's right.
Oh, God. Can I leave her at your house, Robbo?
Why?
The D9's having exhaust issues.
The what?
I said D9 is having exhaust issues.
Oh, right. Come on, Dark, you coming in?
Yeah. See, you're in trouble now, Dark. You have to. Dark Angel can come in too if she's right next to you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, now you done it, Robbo.
Why?
How you going, Dark?
Don't you give me the evil eye, boy. I still have you here.
Hey, just so you know there, Robo, you forgot a hole there, but you got super glue that peg in.
No, I didn't. I was kind to you. I didn't put one in the front there, but there is one around the back.
Yeah. That's an X and only hole. Sorry. Oh my. So I got a new phone. Well, kind of. I've had it. I haven't used it because there ain't no place for external memory. It's not like my
Right.
other phone. It has a place for 2 SIM cards,
You
but it
sure is
doesn't.
one of them isn't for an SD?
No, it's both SIM.
Like,
It has dual SIM cards, but no place for extra storage. Yeah.
there, and then there,
Um.
both sides. Not all phones will have it, but one's for SIM card and one's for SD.
Yeah. No, this one only has SD card or SIM cards. Has
Oh,
dual
that's
SIM.
good.
Dual SIM. That's it. And on 1080p, I can video for about 25 minutes,
Yeah.
Ah,
and that just sucks because
So
my
you just
my my
cut
phone
it.
doesn't have my phone doesn't have SIM card. Oh, it has a SIM card, but it's got no SD cards. It's got no internet access. It's got nothing. It makes phone calls and receives phone calls,
oh
and it
yeah,
does it
well,
real good.
I don't use a phone. I don't call nobody, man. So I only use it for videoing. But
Yeah.
I'm debating because I
Huh?
got I got this other
Yeah.
little I got this other little camera I've been using,
Oh yeah.
and it don't have the battery in it's fried. But if I plug it into my computer, I could use it as a webcam, and so I just video on OBS. But I got another camera. It's one of those little potato type camcorders,
Oh yeah. Good day,
but
Mike.
but the batteries are shot in that too. So I had to buy new batteries for that if I want to use it. And I'm debating on whether I want to do that or figure out another source of camera or buy a new camera or something. I wouldn't mind getting a camera that was a nice camera that actually had a battery on it that would last as long as my cell phone did.
Yeah.
You know,
I must admit, I've got a Canon, and geez, the battery lasts on that for bloody ages.
does it?
Yeah.
Huh.
But I don't use it as a webcam or anything like that. So
You need one
uh,
of these, Darky. That's what you need. Look.
Yeah. Then I could
good
put
day,
it in my
Tommy.
bush. I'd have to plant one first, but then I could put it in my bush.
Well, that could be painful.
This one here.
Oh, oh my.
Uh,
Beard cam.
how you going, Tommy? I think this one's X-rated, but
Hello, Tommy, you sexy devil. I was trying. You all know Brian, right? I can't remember his channel name, but uh,
oh, he was on Sid's.
he was on Sid, so, and
Yeah.
I was trying to give him a hard time. He makes it really hard to give him a hard time.
Why did he treat you with ignore? Did he, Dark?
Pretty much, yeah. It's all good. I don't take nothing to heart, so I just tried to see how long it takes to get under people's skin a little bit. Oh, well, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Oh, some people are thin-skinned.
Oh no, I don't think he's thin-skinned. I think he was
No,
just.
no, 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 no. I've got to hide like a rhinoceros. I think.
I don't know. You're awful pretty over there, though. Just saying.
Sorry.
I said you're awful pretty over there.
Oh, I know. I know.
Oh, he's voguing. He's strike a pose.
And I even had a shower before I came out tonight. It was that bloody hot and sweaty that I just dived under the shower when I went in and had tea.
You wouldn't know what to do if you lived here, boy. You'd be a Australian popsicle. It's cold here, bro. I think
No,
it's been under 0 degrees Fahrenheit here for the last, I don't know, week or so at night.
yeah, no, I couldn't. I'm afraid. Well, no, I think it's what you get used to. If you dress for it, you're right. It's as
Yeah.
simple as that.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm going stir crazy though, man. And my channel's suffering for it because I have nothing to do for content, I was doing that rose, and that was eating up some time. But
Yeah.
now that's finished, and I have absolutely nothing to do. So I'm like, what do I do?
Well, you could separate that leaf off the stem, you know.
I, I thought about it and I thought about it, and I came to the conclusion that if I wanted it to last without breaking, I had to do something to keep that attached. So what I did was, and you couldn't really see it in the video, but I carved a thorn underneath that rose.
Oh, I saw it. I did see it, and you carved another one further up the thing as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
There's three of them on there actually. There's one on the leaf stem itself too, just a small one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
But
thought that.
no, you did a good job on that.
Yeah, I just wish that it would do better on YouTube. It did exactly what I thought it would do. All my carving videos just my regulars come in, they watch, and then that video just says "Meow." Carving videos, I don't know what it is about them, but they don't do well on YouTube. You
Oh
know,
well, they're so time consuming. That's why, and it's like, no offense to any of the scrollers, like watching scrollers cut out things is.
yeah, it's tough. I mean, no, like I said, I mentioned that before that they do really marvelous work,
Oh
but,
yeah,
but it's just
definitely.
hard to sit there and watch them do it,
Yeah,
because it takes forever. And it's the same thing, little saw going up.
yeah.
Oh man.
But no, I've always called wood turning the impatient man's hobby. It's either fixed or in a nanosecond.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can't wait to get Jay back out there turning some blackwood, boy. Oh my.
You're an evil bastard.
I know that his lips were awful sexy.
You want to see his upper lip.
I know, I did.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. He's turning Italian now.
yeah, yeah, that has a whole nother meaning in Italy. Yeah,
Yeah.
we there.
No, it's a flick,
Yeah,
and it's understandable from 300 yards away.
yeah. Uh, Up yours, buddy. You know, you need to get a picture of Robo and put it over where it says Tasmanian Devil.
Might have to move your microphone a little bit close to your mouth there, Dark.
It's
It
it's
comes
this microphone. I could eat it and it wouldn't matter.
it comes and
Yeah,
goes a little bit.
it's got a really weird whistling noise. It's like, I don't know. Is there like an echo between here and here or something?
Sometimes. Sometimes. Yeah.
Just go like this a little bit, like,
I used to be perfectly normal, and then I had kids.
Yeah.
oh, okay, yeah. I thought it might have been a bit of bath water in the ear or something, you know?
No, it's just this. It's this microphone. I don't know what it is about it. It you can't change it. I wish you could, because I have another mic that I change it with. Well, I think I do somewhere, but it it just sucks. I could put my. I got a really nice microphone in the closet there, and I don't usually use it because they'll pick up a mouse fart.
Oh, don't open the closet. The whips and the leather and the gear might fall out.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. Oh, that, and if I'm not careful, people will see my shrine of Leona. No, I got one of those. I got one of those Yeti Yeti Blues or whatever they call them. Yeti microphones.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I gotta set up my desk for it yet though. It's got a clamp on it that I used to use on my other desk, but I got a different desk now, and it won't clamp to this desk. So I'm either going to have to use the desk mount for it, which just kind of sets in the way, or do what I plan on doing and drilling a hole in the freaking desk and sticking the damn thing in the desk.
You'll find a way.
Yeah, that's right. Never underestimate a woodworker.
No, that's right.
And you can insult a woodworker too, as long as he ain't got a sharp knife or gouge in his hand or a skew.
And Mike, did you end up buying that grinder or not? Be a nice piece of gear if you get it and clean it up, I think.
What are you talking about, Robo?
Uh, Mike got a grinder, or he's putting in a bid or something on a grinder a little while ago. It's covered in rust and garbage and stuff, but it's a really old, really solid, good grinder,
Oh yeah,
like
nice.
bench grinder.
Yeah, I got an old Ryobi I use occasionally. Man,
2 days left on the auction. All right, no worries, Mike.
you know, I tell you what, I've been watching stropping videos, and I'm contemplating making a wheel that'll my buddy Gaz over there in Australia. He's over there in Queensland. He sent me a homemade lathe back, I don't know, a couple years ago, and it works on a drill.
Yep.
And I'm contemplating going and buying one of those drills that you can control the speed on them.
Yeah, variable speed drill. Yeah.
Yeah, and putting a disc on that with a piece of leather on it and making a round strop, and then setting it for a low speed so that I can strop my gouges and my
Oh, yeah.
skews. I
Yeah.
think that would be a good idea.
Well, why don't you just cut a disc and out of MDF and shape it and then put that in the drill on a bolt?
No, I could do that, I guess, but
Hmm.
uh, I like to make things complicated.
You're not a bloody engineer, are you?
No, no, no. I want to do it on that because, like, I could just make a disc and throw it on my lathe, you
Yep.
know. But then if I need to sharpen real quick or something, then I can't do it without taking the piece off my lathe.
That's the problem. Like, a few of my friends have had grinding wheels fitted on lathes. They sharpen their tools up, and then, Jesus, I've got to sharpen them. And they have to strip everything down to put
You know,
it on back on the lathe.
So I'm contemplating just turning that lathe I got from Ghazi, because I mean, as far as the lathe goes, it works, but it needs a lot of tweaking for
Yeah.
it to become, fairly safe to use. Um, I did make a couple things on it, believe it or not, and it worked good. But like where the live center is, there's no bolt to tighten it,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
so you just push it up there as hard as you can with your hand.
Well, that's the way a lot of the old lathes used to work.
Really?
They did. They just had basically it was a block of wood with a metal point in it, and then the wood went down through the lathe bed in the gap in the ways, and they just had a wooden wedge that they used to drive in. They'd slide the tailstock up, give it a whack with a mallet, and drive the wedge in underneath it and go for it.
Huh? Yeah.
What year were those lathes, Robbo?
They were around the 1900s. The
Robo was
thing
just
there.
a young man when them came out.
Well, yeah, it was only a young whippersnapper then. Yeah, I know what you mean, Mike. I've got a similar one, but fancy cussing at something rusty. You've got to have a challenge every now and again,
Try to make a profile stropping.
and try to make a profile stropping wheel that's pretty cheap. I thought I'd getting one and doing something similar.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mike. All you really need for a strop is a good piece of rawhide leather. And go to Joanne's Fabrics or some. Well, you're over in the UK, so I don't know if they have. He's in the UK, right?
Yeah,
I don't know if they have a Joanne's Fabrics there, but I'm sure they have some kind of a fabric place you can get fabric from. Just go get yourself a good piece of rawhide leather and glue it to a board. You need something hard, a hard backing for it. And you don't want that. You want that leather to stay flat and hard, and you don't want it to like curve over the edge because then it'll be rolling your edge.
yeah, dubbing it.
And then believe it or not, man, um what I'm finding out is the best stuff to put at because a lot of people use them just raw or with a compound, the green compound or the gold compound, they use that. I use the gold compound myself, but what I'm finding out works just as good is automotive car polish, uh, li-
Well,
like
a lot
chrome
of
polish,
yeah, a lot of the car polishers are cutting compounds anyway.
right? And as far as sharpening goes, man, make yourself another strop and infuse it with lapping compound, like they use for boring out cylinders.
Yep, yep.
That stuff works really good too for sharpening. A
Yeah, but you need
micro
you need
sharpening.
you need the fine one. They make a coarse and a fine in valve lapping paste. It is, and you need the fine one. The coarse one is a bit too coarse. It's
Well,
just a
I ain't gonna argue with you on that. I don't use the compound, the lapping compound myself. I have, and I didn't really care for it.
yeah,
But
yeah. Well, cutting compound is a lot milder than using valve grinding paste. That's for sure.
for my for sharpening my oh, look at
Uh,
that.
Now that's a metal turning lathe. That one.
That looks like somebody made it out of a railroad tie.
No,
It's pretty cool though. That was
good day, Amy.
that was state of the art when Robo was a young man.
Definitely.
I wouldn't mind having one like that. I bet it still work too.
But the astounding part about it was is the blokes that used to use them, they'd get absolute precision out of them, because they knew all their little foibles where they were running out and everything like that.
That almost looks like a metal lathe.
It is a metal lathe. Yeah, it's got a compound rest on it and carriage and lead screws on it. Yeah.
What I did with my strap is I took a piece of I think this is 500 grit sandpaper.
Yep.
And glued it to the back of my strap. So I got the leather on one side and the sandpaper on the other. And that way, if I have to sharpen a little bit, then I just kind of like strop it on the back of it.
Yeah,
on the sandpaper.
Mike, that wasn't a watchmaker's lathe. That was a proper metal turning lathe, bigger one. Bench model, probably about 3-4 feet long.
I bet you Mike's nipples are just so hard right now. Could cut glass with them.
It's probably cold enough over there like yours.
Oh my. Hi, Amy.
Yeah, Mike says to you, stop showing the tool porn then.
Did you notice, Mike, when he threw it up there? I was like, oh, my.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't think that whistling's coming from me. Maybe it is coming from me.
No, it's actually birds outside my place.
Oh, is it? Wow,
Yeah.
that's strange birds, man.
Oh no, well it's just as well we weren't on last night. I got a big bushy tailed possum that lives in the roof of the office and the lunchroom here.
Them
And
are
I
good
don't
eating.
yeah, probably. And like he's huge. He's bloody 2 foot long. He's a big bugger. He gets fed well. But he never comes in the office or down into the workshop. But something must have upset him last night because, man, he was doing about 20 laps up there and squealing like only possums can. And
Probably
I
one of
think,
those giant fruit bats you got over there went after them.
well, that's a possibility too, you know. Oh, well, perhaps a drop bear decided to call in on him too. So, but no, oh, geez, I had to tell him to shut up a few times.
That's funny. Got a possum living in your shop.
Oh,
That's funny.
he's been up there for about 2 years, I suppose.
Well,
But that's what I say. He doesn't come down into the workshop or anything. He never pinches any food or anything. Yeah, we reckon that map's pretty good too, Mike. The map behind the thing there.
rednecks. Yeah. must be a map of Texas.
Yeah, Mike, if you go and look on my Facebook page, it's got the full picture up there. It should be pretty much at the top. Dark can't go look, but
But yeah, I was thinking about making one of those stropping wheels, man, for my wood turning tools. I think that would be great. I noticed
What?
that the Tormac and well, was it the Tormac? The Tormac and a couple of them other knockoff Tormacs have
Yeah.
the leather stropping wheels too.
Yeah. You want to know something? I've never used them.
No. Well,
Tommy said he was looking at the page this morning.
yeah, but he isn't telling you what page, and it wasn't on the internet. It was in a Playboy. Yeah, we know all about your page looking there, Tommy. You dirty bird. I'm gonna get kicked out of here. Look how serious Jay looks right now. So, wait, what projects you been working on, guys?
I've probably been upsetting people today.
Oh, well, better you than me. I tend to upset people occasionally. Don't even try.
I know. Let's see. This morning I spent a fun time filling out business activity statements and dealing with the tax department, and then correcting things that the bank had done. Not the bank's fault. It's just that when my wife retired, all the mail and everything used to still keep going to her work. So we had to stop that.
No, that's pretty sexy. You doing that, Jay? Oh my.
Amy, how you going? I don't think I said that. Sorry.
I said hello, and she said that she just got back from the car show over at Hastings, and
Yeah.
she said it was pretty good.
Where's the bottle of Robbo Coke? Come on.
Fortunately, I must admit, my Baz is pretty easy to do because it fills it out as on sort of the accounting program does it all, but you've still got to go back and reconcile everything. It's worse than reconciling a checkbook, I tell you.
I'd be screwed then. Actually, I'd be all right because I'd be like, honey, you do this for me? Get my secretary to do it. Was making a goblet in a cube, but need to buy some bearings before I can finish it. Started making a sphere emerging from a cube, but the glue chuck has turned into a scalloped platter.
I don't know if anyone will be able to. I don't know if anyone will be able to see this, but I'm gonna try and share it anyway.
Yeah, all treadle lathes.
Can you read that?
And I know what they are. There's a rip saw, table saw, a jointer. There's a lathe there, and I'm not sure what the thing in the bottom right-hand corner is, but
Is that a treadle table saw?
yeah.
Sorry, I'm half blind. Hold on here.
Yeah, can you imagine standing on one foot using a treadle saw?
No. I just get my glasses on and he shuts the damn thing off. I get it.
I know, that's why we did it. Don't put them there, Dark. You'll never find them.
You're probably right about that.
Well, who did that the other night? Somebody did it the other night. They put their glasses on their head and they were looking around for their glasses and couldn't find them.
Probably Cat. Ain't seen her in a day or two. Hope she's okay.
She was on Steve Tydell's thing last night or this morning, whenever it was.
I'd missed that completely.
There you go. Here's one for you. I think this one's a bandsaw.
Yeah, get your glasses on this time.
You ready? Ready, yeah.
G'day, Adam. How are you? Yep, that's a bandsaw. And don't know what the thing in the bottom left-hand corner is.
That's a steamer. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what that is. That's an antique pressure pot.
It could be. It's got a foot pedal on it. It could be a rubbish bin with a flip lid.
might be a press.
Could be.
What?
It is a chart. It is.
And guess who got to spin the wheel to make the bandsaw work? Poor old apprentice.
That's right. Get to work.
Yeah, Jay, can you look at the original photo and see what that bottom left-hand corner one is, please? No, can't zoom in on it, I don't think.
Amber went up close and had a look. It's actually a bandsaw.
Is it?
Yeah.
That is.
That's what it says down the bottom.
The bottom left-hand corner?
The bottom left-hand corner?
Yes. That's what it says in the writing down the bottom.
Huh.
Can you send me the link to that, please, Jay?
Yeah, no worries.
Tough.
Yeah.
It
got me intrigued.
Yeah.
Something
I'll put it in the
That's-
private chat, all right?
Yeah, right out.
That's pretty cool, man. Oh yeah, charcoal forge for brazing bandsaws.
That's what it's for. Yeah, it's a forge for heating the bandsaw blades and joining them together. It's not a bandsaw.
Nice.
Ah, okay. Yeah, nice. That's very interesting. Bit of equipment there.
Yeah, that's these days they're electric. Like they're a fuse welded thing. They put the two blade ends together and then either braze them or send electric current through them and weld them together.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what was neat about them treadle machines is that most of them ran on a leather belt, and them leather belts would eventually stretch. So you had to take them off and soak them in water and put them back on and let them dry, and they would shrink back up again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I've
Hey,
got,
go on,
I've got
Adam.
I've got one lathe that works on a leather belt. Beautiful machine it is. Whispering death.
Do you need my address?
Yeah.
No,
I'm
sorry.
I'm in South Australia, and Robbo's in Melbourne. Not
And
far
Dark.
away from Amy.
And if you can't tell Dark's accent,
I was in the backwoods of Michigan.
yeah, I was going to. Now that you're here, Mike, I'll show you a pair of calipers, won't I? Oi, simmer down.
Nice.
He's yelling at his pet possum. I know it's his pet.
Adam, it's just a guess, buddy. You know, don't quote me on it, but my best guess would be probably through the mail.
There's a Australia Post. If you look that up, that's our national postal service.
That's nice. Look at that, boy.
They big enough for you, Mike?
Is that to measure your head?
Yeah, no, they're not big enough for that.
Oh, are they for babies?
Yeah, no, they're huge. These, I don't know who made these, but I know they're pretty old. They're my favourite ones for measuring the big logs and everything.
You know, you see these restoring videos here on YouTube, and I bet that would make a good one. And all you'd really have to do is either throw it in and clean it like you would electroplating,
Yeah.
or throw it in a big bucket of vinegar.
Yeah,
Let it eat the rust off.
and molasses works well as well.
Does it?
Yeah,
I didn't know that. See, I'm learning.
yeah. Amy's answered your question there, Adam.
Oh, I hate mailing stuff out of states. I don't know what it's like over there, but it costs an arm and a leg to ship anything from the states.
Oh, yeah, you're telling me. Like I had to buy a special drive spur, and I think it was $35, and the freight cost me $70.
Yeah.
I'm going to put up a picture, but this one's even smaller than the last one, but I think you'll pretty much get the gist of it.
Yeah. It's pity Sergeant that isn't there. They'd wet themselves over that.
I'm guessing that's a scroll saw.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it says that at the bottom, really
Yeah.
teeny tiny.
That's similar to the one that I said today that I'd been using, but it had a lathe attached to it as well, and you
Yep.
used to change the belt at the bottom there to drive either the lathe or the scroll saw.
Oh yeah.
Huh.
That's very interesting.
Very interesting.
Adam, can I ask what finish you've got on the bowl, please?
There's a drill press.
That's a drill press, and that looks like hard work with handles.
Uh-huh. Yeah. That's the kind of drill press you let your wife use.
The Apprentice.
That's right. Get to work, woman. He will snap to it immediately.
It took 2 people to operate this one.
What is that one? What is that?
Right. No finish it yet. On it yet. You got to be careful about what you wrap some finishes up in, like bubble wrap. If you use bubble wrap or anything, and you've lacquered the bowl, sometimes the little bubbles will leave little marks in the lacquer if it's not fully cured. So you've got to be a bit careful about how you do it. And if you put oil on it and use tissue paper, the tissue paper pulls the oil out in some cases.
I did that with the lacquer. Not knowing any better. Man, I sent custom. I had made carved custom ferro rod handles for my buddy Brad, and they were for his son. His son was a military soldier and had passed away, and they were memorial handles, and they were all pretty and everything. I wrapped them up in bubble wrap and sent them to California, and when they got there, they were all divoted on the top, on the very top of the handles.
Yeah.
I told him, man, send them back and I'll resand them and refinish them, send them back. But he was okay with it. He said he'd fix it. So
They're alive there.
The best thing to pack most bowls into are peanuts. Those little foam things that they call peanuts.
yeah, the little.
Besides,
little
it gives them a good surprise when they open it up in the lounge room because they go every bloody where.
Would you be against glitter?
Oh no, glitter's a bit hard and scratch it.
You know, I don't know how many years I've thought about doing that to somebody. You know, sending them an envelope but cutting the sides of it out, and then rigging it so that when they opened it, it would fall. All that glitter would, glitter bomb. And I thought, no, I don't have that many friends. I'd like to keep the ones I got.
You might lose a few over the time, you reckon?
Right? Yeah. Yeah. So whenever I want to play a little bit of a practical joke, sometimes I'll put glitter in with not it's not like the glitter you buy that's by itself. It's already in. And I got this paint. It's called oh God, what's it called? Frozen or something like that. Or a snowstorm or something like that. It's a acrylic paint, but it goes on white, but then it dries clear, and it has like really fine glitter in it.
Oh yeah, iridescent paints.
They're really pretty, really pretty. It's really pretty in some cases, I should say. You know, I mean, some things it just don't work with, but
Oh Jesus.
magic wands and stuff like that. It's the bomb diggity, baby. That's right. Bomb diggity.
Yes, Sid. Yep. Original tools to me, man. Like hell.
What are these Joe Sanjas. Is that a type of paint or?
Yeah, Joe Sonias are a brand of acrylic paint.
Okay.
They were mainly used by folk artists and uh, uh, something else, but they they found their way into the wood turning world, which has probably made Joe Sonia very happy.
Well, what about oil paints? I mean, we use a lot of like oil stains and whatnot in wood. Why wouldn't oil paints work well?
They take too long to dry,
Oh, I get it. Okay.
and normally an oil paint will even the acrylics will build up a little bit, but the oil paints build up even worse.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
See, I don't know. I don't usually paint wood. I'm not big on it. Unless it's junk wood. I mean, if the wood like pine's a good wood to paint.
Whoa! Hey,
Jamie!
you two been having something going on in the backstage, have you?
Hi,
Pass
pretty
the
girl.
wine, Amy, will you?
You and Sid.
Just
Hello.
pass the
Coming in.
peanuts over, Amy, can you?
Look,
Hi,
at least
pretty-
you could have waited a couple of minutes before either of you came in. You know,
Hi, pretty
they,
Sid.
they just look really good.
it's
How
like
are
the
you,
old,
Dark?
it's
Hi,
like the old, it's like the old country dances where one came in the back door and the other one came in the front door. You know.
Oh my. I'm not even gonna. I'm
You
not even
behave
gonna
yourself, Dark.
Yes, shush.
Hey, sometimes you guys open doors. It's hard not to walk through them. You know what I mean?
my delicate little ear.
I gotta be careful anyway because Sid's very sensitive.
I am. I don't know what you're talking about.
Most people don't.
Just to answer Adam's question there, do you have these old working machines in your shops or just curios? I actually have a lathe that's 150 years old in my workshop. Well, not in the workshop, but it's in the storage container at the back.
Nice. You should
One of
take it
your,
out and do a
20
video on it.
lathes, isn't it, Robbo?
Sorry, what on Dark? What was that, Amy?
One of your 20 lathes, isn't it, Robbo?
Only 17, thank you.
There you go. Close.
Yeah, you got corrected.
Wow, indeed, Adam. Yep.
You should pull
It
that
nearly-
lathe out. You should pull that lathe out, Robo, and do a bit of maintenance to it and do a video on it while you're doing it. Them videos are great, man. Especially
No,
on
it
antique
works.
tools.
It works perfectly. Like I've put up a whole series of photos when I reconditioned Angus, and when I did Reg. One of the bearings in Reg cost $1,500. Jeez, I nearly died.
Holy schmoly.
But it's a beautiful piece of engineering. Like, this will appeal to you,
Oh,
Mike. I'll go and get it. I've kept it.
And
The
Adam,
old one.
all of Robbo's lathes have names as well.
All powered,
I've noticed that. I got one for my lathe too, but it isn't proper to say on YouTube.
When it's not working, it's a piece of.
Actually, I'm just joking because my lathe works awesomely well. I mean, Harbor Freight tools get a really bad rap on YouTube. And I won't disagree that some of them are junk. But like the lathe and the grinder that I got from them, I got like a Dremel style grinder carver.
Oh, jealous.
And they work excellent.
Eskimo pie.
Oh yeah.
Sid, you mongrel.
Like
That's
a
dark
cake.
chocolate, dark with
cake
ice cream in the middle.
Yeah, like a cakey kind of biscuit with ice cream sandwich between them.
That's for you, Sid.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Oh, you got a pinning, Sid?
Eskimo pies are my favourite ice cream. And I like melting them in the container and then cutting the top off and then like a toothpaste tube.
Oh, yes.
Adam,
To answer Adam,
that's powered, probably.
yeah,
right?
no. To answer Adam, yes, all my loads are powered by electric motors, but I used a pole lathe for a while. It's the most exhausting thing I've ever used. Here, Mike, here's a bearing. Jay, can you whack me up on full, please? That's a $1,500 bearing. It's a thrust bearing out of Reg, the big Wadkin RU. But look at the construction of it.
Wow. Oh, wow. 2, 3, 4 piece. 5 piece.
And this is one of two. I bought one of two only left in the world. It had to come from England, and I waited 3.5 months to get it. It was the only place we could get it.
There ain't no way to maintenance that bearing and put it back together, like refurbish it?
No, the bearing itself actually is in good nick, but it still had a little bit of noise in it. And oh well, I'm a bit of a perfectionist as far as machines go, so I had to. I just replaced all the bearings in it.
What? Yeah, you could always keep it put up though if it's still kind of good, you know, and
it's oiled and everything, yeah.
Because I mean, if you bought one of only two that were left, man, you might want to check and see if you got the other one still. Yeah,
that's the thrust
Adam's
bearing.
wanting to know what an Eskimo pie is. It's delicious. That's what it is, Adam.
So Adam,
Totally.
it's kind of like
Put it up on the screen. Put me up on the screen, Jay, and I'll.
Yeah. So it's like a cake crossed with a biscuit.
No, there's no biscuit in it.
No,
it's just,
no biscuits
It's
in
just chocolate and ice cream.
Yeah.
It's dark chocolate,
yeah.
thin dark chocolate filled with ice cream.
Yeah. We have them over here.
Yummy.
We have them over here. They're called Klondike bars. Some are pretty good. You can get them in vanilla and chocolate ice cream. They're lovely.
I don't
Order at
know.
the supermarket, Adam.
Right, chocolate.
The other ones I used to like, and they're hard to get now, are cream betweens, where you got the two little wafer biscuits and a block of ice cream. And put them in.
Yeah, that's what you were thinking of, Amy.
And then you squash each side and lick around the outsides of it.
Yes.
Or an ice cream sandwich. You used to be able to buy them too. We have choc ices here too, Adam. Eskimo pies are better.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the actually Conovers used to make a lathe like that one.
That's down
on a wooden bed.
That's pretty.
Oh, it says down the bottom, the Conover company in the USA being a recent example.
Was 1 inch in diameter and threaded on the right to take a faceplate with a center socket of unknown specifications. And
that sounds pretty good, Adam, too.
At the rear.
So I was thinking more of the maxi bonds that were more of that had the biscuit cross cake. The maxi bond. It had that cakey bit at one end and the chocolate bit at the other end.
Tell you what, I think it's
Doc, look, sorry, Doc, just wait a second. There's a lathe for you. It's got fast and loose pulleys.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to laugh.
Y'all think you're funny. Yeah, I get it. You got jokes.
Not so different.
In 1929, that lathe above this one was $15 some odd.
Yeah.
That back then was actually a fair amount of money.
Oh yeah, when you consider weekly wages weren't very high.
No. Wow.
$12 more than the Peerless.
Mm.
Yeah. But the only problem was they were limited to one speed.
Well, the thing about it was even back then, you know, people could make a fair amount of money with a small lathe like that, making spokes and stuff for
Oh, yeah, definitely.
spokes for wagons and cars, I imagine too. 29, I think the Model lathe was out with 29.
Yeah, well, the first steel wheels came out in America, basically. It took a long time for the Poms to actually use steel wheels on cars. They used to use wooden spokes right up until the late 30s in some cases.
I just subbed to your channel, Adam.
Oh. I'll do it after.
I'm already sub to you, Adam. So I can't
I
sub
Oh,
made
you
good on you, Dark.
unless I unsubscribe and then resubscribe.
Are you on Instagram as well, Adam? I think I might follow you there as well. I don't know. I try to follow everybody.
She used to follow me on Instagram, Adam, but then she unfollowed me and sent me a restraining order. I don't know what that's all about.
There, in case anybody's not subbed, that's his link.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, look at that one. That one looks fairly dangerous for people with long hair.
No, well, it was quite common to run the motors overhead like that. There's nothing new in lathes.
$39, man. Wish they still sold them for that price here.
But that would have been one of the first fitted with Timken taper roller bearings. So
That was real dollars, though, not man dollars, Dark.
what about that one for $4.50?
$4.50.
Adam's asked, he seems you guys, not me, know about the Rose engine lathe. And his Rose Rose engine.
Yeah, Rose engine lathes, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd give him a back teeth to own a Rose engine lathe, but geez, I'll tell you what, they're expensive. Proper ones
Really?
anyway.
Wow.
Rose engine lathe. Tell me about this Rose engine lathe, well, because I'm fairly ignorant on it.
Right, well, they do engine turning. Basically, that's what it's called. It's highly decorative stuff that can only be done by a machine because they've got rocking headstocks and movable shafts. And if you wanted to buy one, look, I'll have a look and see if I can find one on the.
Yeah, I could probably Google it just as well as you. Or let's see, Rose. Images. Okay, I see. That's quite a piece of machinery there.
Oh yeah, they are, and to buy a really good one, you're probably looking at very high, 5 or 6 figures.
Wow.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, Mike, you can make them, but they're not quite like the Holtz Feifels, unless you go to a lot of trouble. But like they had rotating things everywhere on them, and I've actually seen a Holtz Feifel in operation. There's a lathe museum, believe it or not, in New Zealand. And when I was demonstrating over there, we went through it, and the bloke fired up the Rose engine for us, and oh man.
Oh, is that cream de menthe, Amy?
Pardon?
Is that cream de menthe?
No, wine cooler cordial.
No, go Midori or cream de menthe. Go with this. Don't spoil a good story by sticking to the facts.
Oh yeah, whatever. Remember when IXL did the collectible jars of jam that you turned into glass? Yeah, that's what these are. It's a Looney Tunes one. Hey, where am I? That way. That way, Amy. There's Daffy. Move your finger, Amy. I'm not used to doing this backwards.
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, you go to scratch your nose and your hand ends up over there.
Because you're used to looking in the mirror.
Point.
The hand's coming in from the wrong side. Yeah, hello,
That's
Amy.
right. Yeah.
There you go, Dave. Boop, 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 boop.
You don't want to know where that finger
Just pass the cheese.
I was just going to say. No, Amy. Amy, you're adjusting your glasses, dear.
Oh,
you know?
yeah, that one.
Yeah.
What sort of lathe have you got, Adam? He says he's got an Aussie lathe there. Midori, always left on the shelf.
Yeah.
A Midori.
Although you should try
Melon liqueur, Robbo.
Yes.
Oh, right. Yeah, I'm not up with alcohol.
We do pineapple juice, orange juice, Midori, and vodka, and what's the coconut rum thingy? But yeah,
Sounds
just
like
a coconut rum, and
Sounds-
shake it up with ice, and I haven't had one for years.
Sounds like a waste of pineapple juice and orange juice to me.
True.
Sounds like one of those knock you down, pick you back up drinks.
Mhm. Yep.
I had one. I tell you what, there was one that I used to get at the bar. It was called what was it called? It was called mudslide. No,
Yes.
no, not a mudslide.
They're yummy.
I forget what they called it, but it wasn't a mudslide. It was I can't remember, but it had 5 different types of alcohol in it.
Mudslinger?
Huh?
Mudslinger?
No, that wasn't it.
Headache?
Oh
Yeah.
man, I tell you what, the first time I had it, I went to the bar and I was getting the bartender lady that was bringing me my drinks. I told her, I was like, this is pretty good. The first one was pretty good. I said it's pretty good, but you can't taste the alcohol in it. Can you make it so I can at least taste the alcohol? I want to at least know I'm drinking something. And she's like, well, I'm putting in as much as I legally can, but I'm sure we could spice it up a little bit. So second one comes and it was a little bit better than the first one, but y'all know as you drink, you lose that taste, that you don't taste the alcohol as much. I drank 5 of them suckers and I was fine. I was fine when I left the bar, and I was fine when I got to the corner from the bar, and the bar was like in the middle of the block there, and so we're talking city blocks,
Mhm.
so little short blocks. I got to the corner, I felt a little buzz. Got to a friend's house, I don't remember getting there, and to this day, I don't remember leaving or how I got home.
Wow.
But I was walking, so it wasn't, I wasn't driving or nothing, thank God.
Yeah.
I was out at the pub the other night and I got drunk and they told me I should take a bus home, so I did. But
Yeah,
now
they don't know what to do with
I
it.
don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
Did you had your magic carpet that night, didn't you, Dark?
I must have. I bet I was feeling pretty magical.
Yeah.
Did you get
Tommy.
your fish and chips from us, Tommy?
Oh, yum, Tommy.
Tommy's dining well tonight.
You might snag everyone else with fish and chips, but you won't snag me. I cook too many of them.
Yeah, I was like that for about.
You tell me. Sorry, Robbo.
It was about 10 years before I could have fish and chips after in-laws left the shop, I tell you.
I still like my fish. I just don't like fish and chips as such. Fish and a bit of salad.
Mm-hmm.
No, I like grilled blue grenadier.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yes.
A proper scallop, sea scallop, not a bloody,
row on.
yeah, and a potato cake.
Oh, Robbo, you've just elevated. Not that you were very low before, but you just elevated your status, mate. You called it a potato cake.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question here, Rob. A potato cake, is that like a hash brown?
No.
Potato fritter.
No,
so it's like
a potato cake. A potato cake it's a slice of potato. It's about 3 or 4 inches across, generally with batter on the outside. It doesn't matter what batter, and then they're deep fried.
Oh, sounds good.
And they are very nice if you get the right potatoes.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
If you get chip potatoes, and you get big chip potatoes, you can. Robbo's right with the 3 or 4 inches across, but if you get good ones, they're 6 inches long.
Yeah.
Have you tried a pumpkin cake? They're good as well.
Sweet potato cakes work quite well as well.
Yeah, pumpkin pie.
Yeah, I can't eat pumpkin.
No.
I love pumpkin soup, but I can't eat pumpkin.
That's crazy.
Well, that's the same as me. Like, I can't eat apricots. I don't like apricots.
You were saying the other day, yeah.
I love dried apricots, and I love apricot jam.
Yeah.
But if they're stewed or fried or anything else, man, I hate the bloody things.
Wow, that's insane.
So, Tommy, if you come to our fish and chip shop and ask for a scallop, you're going to get seafood.
Yeah.
That's what a scallop is. New South Wales is different.
And Queensland.
Although
they're very different up there, though.
What's the other name for scallop potatoes? What's the other name for them?
They call them scallops.
Scallops.
In New South Wales and Queensland, you've got to ask for a sea scallop or a potato scallop. If you ask for a scallop, you get a potato cake.
Scallop potatoes, you know, that you do with the cream and the cheese.
They're called scallop potatoes. They're called scallop potatoes.
Yeah, but there's another name for it as well that's fancier.
Oh yeah, well that's triple the price.
Yeah, true.
And then you throw a bit of parsley on it, and you add another 25% on.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. But you've got to make it like a third of the size.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
you're
right, Adam.
It's
That's true.
hello.
It's true.
What's darker?
I'm messing with my camera mount. See, I got this little camera here.
I wasn't wondering what you were doing or anything, you know.
Like a potato gratin.
So it must be about 6:30 now. Is it dark?
It's 10 to 7.
That's it, dauphinoise potatoes. That's the one.
No idea what you're talking about, Amy.
No, potatoes is scallop potatoes. It's just the fancy name.
The French name. French
That's
name
right.
for them.
Yeah. No.
Dauphinoise.
My uncle is the same. He what was he? He loves pumpkin soup, but won't eat roast pumpkin or mashed pumpkin or anything. But no, I love pumpkin. I love my fruits and veggies.
Same as I like bananas, but I hate banana cake.
Wow.
So.
Aren't humans weird?
Yes.
Yeah.
Me particularly.
So I'll buy heaps of banana cake when I come over, all right?
Yeah, you would
That
do
way you
your
won't have to
arsehole.
share it. Is that what you're going with?
You're
Yeah,
heading
you
for a
won't
pinning,
want
Jay.
any.
You're heading for a pinning there, Jay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm gonna have a crack tomorrow, Robbo, a bit of a practice through the day at making a tippy top.
Oh my.
Oh yeah,
What's a
Oh,
tippy
oh
top?
my.
yeah.
it's a little top, about the same as the little tops I've been making, but instead of having a point on the bottom is spherical, and the handle on the top. And when you
Oh,
spin
so
it,
a spinning top. Yep, right.
spinning top, yeah. But when you
Yep.
spin it, it turns upside down and spins on the handle.
Oh, right. Yes, I've seen them.
So
Yep.
it's called a
Yep.
tippy top.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not sure how good you've got to get the sphere for it to work.
Yes,
Proper,
that's it.
very.
That's the one, Adam. That's it.
It
That's what
has
I'm
to.
talking about.
It has to be right, or it won't tip over.
Well,
Yeah, good luck, Sid.
Sid,
Yeah.
I reckon, right, if you get get something on your bandsaw that cuts a perfect sphere, like half of one, and then use that as your template over the wood when you're making it.
No, these are only about an inch in diameter.
Yeah. Bit of ice cream container and a milk bottle lid. Make a mould to go over it. You've been turning blackwood again, Jay.
No,
he was sticking his tongue out before, Robbo. So.
Adam's asked, has anyone got a premiere or a live this weekend?
not I.
No.
I might do a pop up tomorrow night. Jay will be doing one tomorrow for sure.
I've never been
Jay does
live in
every
my
day.
life.
No?
I've never been live in my life.
Why not,
Not
Dark?
even
It'll be
live now,
fun.
are you, Dark? It's an illusion.
He's
No,
actually.
I used to do them all the time. I used to do one every
Okay.
Saturday, and I used to call it Saturday Night Live, but it just got old after a while. You know what I mean? Kind of burned
Yeah,
out on
Adam,
it after a while.
Jay turns pretty much every day in his workshop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably too late for you though, Adam. It's about 3 o'clock in the morning for you over there.
Yeah.
It's about 1 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, eh?
Be tough
And-
keeping up with Jay on lives. I've seen this guy go 2-3 lives in a day sometimes.
Jay?
Yeah,
Yeah. He just likes the attention, I think.
I think so. He likes.
I did my first live tonight.
Was it
Today,
your
Lewis.
first one?
Hi, Lewis.
How you going, Lewis?
That's the first live I've done, Dark. I was just seeing how good my signal was and whether it was going to work, really.
I did seem to do okay.
Oh, cool.
Your microphone was a little fuzzy, but other than that, it was fine.
Yeah, the microphone was just a little single earpiece.
Yeah,
Wasn't a headset like this.
probably like this piece of crap.
No, it's just one of the ones that hooks over your ear. It did have a microphone coming round, but it's just a...
Probably like that one Mike Peace uses.
Could
Little
be.
wire that looks like he's got a mole on his.
No, not that flash.
Yeah, when I was doing stage work, I should have pinched one of them. They are really good.
Oh, he always sounds good, but yeah, at the first time I seen any of his videos where he was wearing that, I thought he had a big mole on his cheek. You know, had to look real close. Oh, that's a microphone. Mike Peace, he's a pretty good guy to watch as far as instructional videos go. I like to watch his videos. He gets into them pretty
Adam?
deep.
No, I'm just using StreamYard to YouTube and Facebook.
And to answer Lewis's question, the only thing turning I see is a cigarette Robbo just rolled. Yeah, just keep watching. I'll roll another one in another 10 minutes.
Hi there.
We're
Hi there.
having some scintillating conversation, Lewis. That's what's going on here.
Hi there, Klondike. You're looking mighty pretty. I like the way you turn your wood.
Oh, sweet Jesus! Look out, he's off again.
I was going to say before when he said he ate them lives, he must be a bloody zombie. The Walking Dead.
Yeah. We watched that right up until they came in with the whispers.
Tink.
Then it just kind of got stupid.
Think about it. Kalina.
Adam, you got Facebook? Put your real name in the chat, please.
Oh, excuse
Oh,
me.
we can add him to the wood turning page.
Yeah, all that, whatever.
Yeah.
Don't be like that, man.
Meh.
You ruined my buzz, man.
Meh.
Yeah, man. What's up with that, man?
Yeah, man. Oh.
Come
Tell you
on,
got
dude.
what gets me, my 9-year-old is always, bruh. Yeah, okay, bruh. I'm like,
Yeah. You know
Like
that
it-
my brother worked in New York for 10 years and had 3 kids while they were over there. The reason he came back to Australia was so as the kids didn't have to go to American school and end up with American accents.
mm-hmm.
All right,
Sounds valid.
Adam's asked a question. I'll go first, then Robbo can, and then Dark, and then go from there. Right? Yeah. I got a $400 lathe, or 400 Australian dollars, I should say, and I've beaten the crap out of it, and it's still going. I've been using it for nearly 2 years, and the only thing that's buggered up on it is a power switch. So that's
Nice.
me.
Okay.
Your turn.
Let's see. I got 17 lathes, starting at 40 feet long, and then going down to a midi lathe, a wood fast one. I turned veranda posts, flagpoles, ship's masts, various other things, right down to little titchy little things like finials like that, and anything in between. I've been doing it for a living for 40 years.
That's a tough act to follow. I got me one of those special Harbor Freight lathes. It's about a $400 lathe in that area, between $300 and $400 lathe, but it works great. And if anybody were to ask me about them for a starter lathe, I'd tell them get it. You know, although I might tell them to get the big one, the four, I think it's $500, $600, $700, something like that.
Yeah, good night, Lewis.
Take care.
See you later, Lewis.
Good night, Klondike. I'm gonna come watch you sleep, buddy.
No, he's not going to sleep. He's going to work. He's got to knock walls out.
That's what I said. I'm gonna come watch him sleep. No, he's been doing some spectacular work over there, man. He's got a dirty job.
Yeah, I know. I don't envy him one iota, I tell you.
Oh well, I kind of do in a way. I mean, it's hard work what he's doing, but there's a lot of reward in it when it's finished. You know.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
He's gonna have to sign one of those stairs.
And just to answer your second question there, Adam, I just finished an order for 200 lamps. Your turn, Sid.
Your turn, Sid.
I've got 2 lathes. I've got a Carbatech W900 Reeves drive variable speed, and a Havco WL14, which is a little MIDI lathe with an EVS electronic variable speed. Both of which you would see if you had a look at my live tonight. Subtle.
And your turn, Amy.
I have 0 lathes and 0 wood turning experience, but hopefully this year I can scoot down the road and see wise one there for some lessons. And yeah, no, I've always been interested in wood turning and wood chopping and woodworking. Yeah, that's me. I'm just
I'll
enthusiast.
be back in a second.
Okay, Robbo.
Kill them damn birds while you're out there.
I've never heard him so loud at his house.
What kind of damn birds are them, man? They sound like somebody's sticking a microphone up to a speaker.
They're like sparrows of some sort or something like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Yeah, starlings.
Adam, I got no idea what I'm going to do tomorrow. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. Mm-hmm. I'm going to put a piece of wood on there and it's going to turn. Huh?
And you'll make some shavings off it.
Well,
Yeah.
I tell you what,
Yeah.
since we moved, I ain't been in the wood in there to turn nothing. I gotta wait out till the snow melts.
Wow.
Oh,
Look at them.
Put him up on full screen there, Dave, so we can see the pretty birdies. There we go.
And that's the other one.
No, I've got bloody show and tell.
Show
Hang
the
on a
other
minute.
one, Robbo. Show the other one too. I didn't have you on full screen.
Now that's
Oh, gorgeous.
So
That's the one that Dark likes the most.
it is. I'm turned on right now. You just have no idea.
this one.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. That is a stool for Liberace.
I thought that might have been a bit small for you, actually, Doc.
Oh, you're such a dirty bird.
Oh, nice.
You know,
That's what I finish off tonight in mine.
Nice.
Yeah.
that is pretty.
I haven't quite finished it yet. I've got to turn that off yet, but
What kind of wood is that, Sid?
it's green walnut.
Green walnut, huh?
22% moisture by the moisture meter.
Well,
Nice.
that's some light colored walnut.
Isn't it?
Look how pretty that is. See, that's the color walnut usually is.
Yeah.
Will it darken as it dries?
Oh no, that's pretty though.
Probably not.
No.
Okay.
So
Wow.
there's different varieties of walnut. It's definitely a walnut tree because it had walnuts growing on it when they cut it down. But yeah.
Nice.
But it's got smooth bark. Some of the walnut I've seen has got a rough bark. This has got a smooth bark on it. And I just thought I'd have a play because I cut it up. I got some big logs for bugger all, and they're cracked into the end. This is one end, so that's actually been exposed to the weather.
Yeah.
And it was cracking in there. But I've just super glued those cracks up, and hopefully it'll hold together all right. Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Yeah.
You could almost make a hat.
Hello,
Gorgeous.
my darling. Hello, my lover. Hello, my good time gal.
No, you need someone with a smaller head.
Yeah, that was just to answer Adam. 200. That's pretty normal sort of batches for me, and I've turned over 400 of these so far. But yes, they to ship them, I've got to leave them like that, and then the client actually glues them together. So.
Where are
Don't
they
worry
going?
about it
Robbo?
too much, Adam. Your best teacher is going to be experience, man.
Yes and no. If you get somebody to show you the right methods first, then it's just practice after that.
Right. Yeah. Well, for me, it was kind of like you guys. I mean, just watching people on YouTube do it because there was no wood shops where you could go get lessons from anywhere around here, like wood turning shops. Yeah, you're all pointing at Robo, but I didn't know Robo when I started. So
So it's Robbo has a degree of responsibility for me starting wood turning, and I blame him when my wife tells me off for buying wood and stuff.
You're not on your own there, Sid. There's about 500 angry wives after me, I tell you.
I know, but not many of them know where you live, so you're lucky.
No, I don't tell them either.
No.
you know, I tried to get a spot in Robo's master pen turning class for carbide users.
Oh, you're getting double pinning there, Doc.
The pin's going
That's
in.
a double pinning, Doc. Oh, a triple pinning, Doc.
He's going up.
Oh, you're gonna be uncomfortable in a minute, Doc. I tell you.
And the final one, Doc.
It wasn't so bad till the final nail in the coffin.
Oh dear.
Oh my! Look how excited Amy is.
Hey, I've had 2 pinnings so far. Yeah, one because I made the pen joke, and the other one because I swore today. Whoopsies.
Yeah. So I got that down to about 1/4 inch, Robbo.
Sorry?
I got that down to about 1/4 inch.
Yeah.
And it's just got a little bit of warp across the top.
Can I critique that for just a minute? Like it looks nice. Just hold it up again, please, Sid. Right. See how you've got the little flare on the top edge there where it's gone back? Yeah. You'd have been better off just bringing that straight up from the base in. No. Continue the curve right up in a continuous line right through rather than putting that little flat spot in it, because it sort of destroys the shape a little bit. If you're going to put a curve there, you should have started the curve about halfway down and then curved it back in towards the rim there. So there was a nice...
I will say something there. The bowl was that much higher.
Yeah, right.
And it had curved, but that little bit there split. It was too much close to the pith up here.
Yeah.
And there was a big split coming in here, and I finished up just turning that off before I hollowed it out. So when I went, I had that much more on it before I started hollowing the guts.
Yeah.
And I finished up having to bring it back down to there, and I'd already sort of finished the outside of it. But I've had it sort of probably curved back in a bit like that.
Yeah, it has a bit, but that's probably from sanding more than anything else.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's smaller than it started out, but that was a risk I knew I was taking because it was so green. I was just having to put. But geez, it peeled off in beautiful ribbons.
Oh yeah, it does.
I got a question for you, Robo.
Sorry.
Now, I when I'm turning, I have issues with my back.
Lift your lathe up.
My lower back, so my lathe is too low. Well, the only thing I worry about is it's like chest level now. If I get it any higher, that wood will be right in my face.
Well, that can only be a good thing if you got the camera on the other side of it.
And that's a bad thing? I mean...
Well, no. I mean, I guess it depends on who you are, but...
No, look, all right, if you've got it up that high, then there's probably not much more you can do. Like normal lathe height is elbow height.
Okay.
And it's not when your arm's down by your side either. It's when you put your hand there and you get the little crook here. And for bowls, I say go another inch or two above that because it's far easier on your back. You're not leaning over to get in there. But if you got it up near chest height now, then Unfortunately, the only thing I can suggest is you sit down when you get tired.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I have to do. Oh, I
Check your
don't mind
stance
it.
as
Just
well.
it's
Square, square your hips off, bend
if
your knees slightly.
Amy, if you would just come over and rub my back while I'm working, that would.
That's where he was going the whole time with that, Amy.
Oh, of course.
I am a massage therapist. I am a massage therapist, Doc. So
Oh my. Well,
Hey,
let me
what
tell
are
you
you
something. I
what
got
are you
this one
standing on when you're
muscle.
working, Doug?
What?
Now,
Are you standing on anything when you're working?
Uh-huh.
that's
Oh yeah.
so
Yeah,
maybe get
well, other than that,
a kind
Oh.
of a rubber mat and some good soled shoes as well. That will help.
Well, it might be different. It might be different now in this other shop. Then I don't know. See, in my other shop in my old place, we had concrete floors.
yeah.
In this
Yeah.
one here, it's wood floor, and not terribly
Yeah.
excited about the new shop, but
So my two lathes, the bigger the Carbotech lathe is probably 4 inches lower than the other one, than the little one. And if I'm turning on the big lathe, I feel it in the lower back. So I've got to put that up on some blocks and just bring it up a bit.
yep.
I got to make a new. I got to make a new countertop for it anyway, because my boy got me an extension for it.
Yeah.
And I want to put that on there because I want to try to turn some walking canes, stuff like that.
Now,
Yeah,
in your case, Mike, I'd get a platform to stand on.
Mm.
Do you know that I can't use fatigue mats or anything because it stops my feet from sliding when we're turning, and I
Mm-hmm.
go A over apex.
is that
So
the Meniere's?
Mike, what you could do is you could get some of them like tourniquet hoses and screw them to each side of a coffee can and then put them up over your boots.
Oh, dear. Geez, you're helpful.
Or turn yourself to the stilts.
Just try to help.
Yes. No, I got a couple of bits of picked up at Bunnings the other day. A couple of bits of treated pine 4-inch sleeper to put under it.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Gotta
And
put a
Adam
sleeper under
Adam
it.
said he had a Hegner lathe which was low, and now I take it you've got a Vic Mark, have you, at the right height?
Yeah.
What model Vic Mark? Whoa, was that your place, Jay, or mine?
No, I'm
Uh,
inside,
Yeah, I
and
know.
it's 10:45 at night. Nothing's running here. The one horse town.
Yeah. Oh, it's probably a sand truck going through.
Is
You
it?
know, when we were kids, we used to do that. We'd take coffee cans and we'd drill holes in them and put string on them and use them as stilts to walk with.
We used to use big jam tins. Oh, the 240. That's a nice lathe.
You remember when juice came in cans, like orange juice and
No, we never. In Australia, we very rarely had juice in cans, actually, unless you pierced the pineapple tin and drank the pineapple juice out. Which, gee, but who'd do that? And who got a smack on the bum for doing it? Yeah.
we used to get they don't do it no more. Everything's in like a laminated cardboard now, but it used to be you could buy orange juice and apple juice and grape juice all in cans, big like cans.
Yeah.
They make great little bushcraft stoves or hobo stoves.
Yeah, I don't know. I must admit, I've never seen juice in cans here. It's always been plastic.
Well, just like
Or
Canada has milk
cardboard.
in bags. That blew my mind. Who would put milk in a bag? Oh, the
Canadians.
Canadians. The Canadians do it. Yeah,
Them goofy bastards.
they are almost crazy. They're just crazy.
Mm.
Well, it'd be easier to stack in the fridge, I suppose.
Yeah, true. Like cask wine. It comes with one of them little thingies on it.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, goon bag, yeah.
yeah. No box
Oh.
wine. No box wine.
Another great Australian invention.
Box wine.
Yep.
Oh yeah, cask wine. Yep.
Yeah, the bag in a box. Yep.
Yep.
Bluetooth, Australian invention. Wi-Fi, Australian invention. Bag
Yep.
in a box, Australian invention. How far
The
more do you want to go?
cochlear ear plant,
Yeah.
heart
Australian
transplant,
invention.
and they've all been sold overseas.
We're
Correct.
inventive. We're inventive. We're clever.
But we're
Marsupials.
not because we're not smart enough to develop it here so that we can make the money out of it.
True.
As a country, that's
True.
Marsupials is another Australian invention.
Yes. Picking different parts of different animals together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frankenstein of the nature
Platypus.
world.
Yep. Take this bit from this one and this good bit from this one. Yeah.
Well, the first heart transplant was done on a pig.
Go, Mike.
Good on you, Mike.
That's funny stuff. Yeah.
Didn't think it through. Yeah,
You should have done a video.
go.
They probably have in medical circles.
Take in mind, I mean, it was probably way before YouTube, but you know.
Well, the pig
Women live longer than men.
the pig apparently has the closest thing to a human as what you can get. So that's why they did it.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we're all descended from pigs. I don't know. You know,
Don't we share like some crazy amount of DNA with bananas?
I don't know.
No.
But
Something stupid.
Mike, that reminds me of the first time I rode a bike. I was about 8 years old, and a bloke called Kenny McMahon. There was only 5 houses where we used to live out in the scrub, and a bloke called Kenny McMahon got a bike, and it was a fixed wheel bike. So the pedals kept going while it didn't freewheel. So there used to be a telephone pole on the corner of the street down the bottom of our block where we used to live that had a nice hump on it because the grader always graded around it, and it slowly extended from ground level until it was 3 feet off the ground. So it was a good starting point, and a nice gentle downhill slope on the gravel road. So I climb up on this thing, I get on this bike, and they push me off, and away I go. I'm 8 years old. My legs are going like 1,000,000 miles an hour, and I'm thinking to myself, how the hell can I stop this bloody thing, because it had no brakes. So I rode it into the scrub, but I picked the bloody biggest blackberry bush you've ever seen in your life.
Oh.
I came out with more bloody scratches than I tell you I know what to do with. My clothes were nearly shredded. So I always seem to have to learn things the hard way,
But the message stays with you, Robbo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like my kid said to me once, how do you know so much, Dad? I said, because I got into more trouble than you'll ever get into.
There's a I can't remember what you got to search to find it, but you can find it on YouTube. There's a bloke in America shooting a 50 caliber sniper rifle at a piece of metal up on a hill,
Yeah.
and you see the video go and he shoots, and then you see the bullet kick up from just in front of him as a ricochet, and it comes up and knocks his head earmuffs off.
Jesus.
And he stands up and said, "We ain't going to do that anymore, are we?"
Molly.
I like the other video where the blokes, it's actually I'd say it's either the Russian or the Kosovo army or something, and they're doing the thing, and he slams his gun down and when they're standing to attention, the shot goes off and it blows his head off his head.
Yes, I've seen that one, yep.
Jeez, I bet he got a rollicking from the bloody soda major over that one.
Probably. There you go, dual flush toilet, the lawnmower.
Now,
yeah,
the
Hills hoist.
The Hills hoist.
That was the
A
first
friend-
one, wasn't it?
This is the sort of thing we got up to. A friend of mine, Normie, he actually lives not far from you, Sid, over at Goolwa. And
Okay.
he was into popular mechanics the same as I was, and he decided he'd make a pipe rocket, because rockets were all the new thing in the mid-50s, you know. So we made this rocket, and the thing never seemed to work too well anyway. It was Kero-powered. So what we did was we tied it up on his mother's Hills hoist, brand new Hills hoist.
Uh-oh.
Tied it onto the long arm on that, and would you believe the bloody thing fired up?
Oh,
Well,
my gosh.
the Hills hoist is doing about 400 miles an hour, round and round and round and round and round. So much so that actually halfway through the exercise, his father comes home, old Reg, and he says, "Get up there and stop the bloody thing, you know, blah, blah, blah." Norm and I looked at one another and we said, "We're not going near it. If you're game enough, you go for it," you know. Anyway, it spun around that much that it actually cut through let the top part of the hoist come right off and flop onto the ground. Boy, you don't reckon we got a hiding over that one.
Hmm.
Stay sharp knives. Blade.
Oh, like I said, I had a ripper childhood. We had a railway line that used to run down the back anyway. As I said, there's only 5 houses with 7 kids. We all knocked around together. And we found some railway detonators once. Now, they're about the size of a biscuit. And what they do is they tape them down on the railway lines so that when they're working on bridges and things, the train sets them off as it's coming across to give the workers time to get off the track so as the train can go through. Plus, it lets the driver know that they're working on the line ahead, you see.
Yes, yep.
So we found 20 of these things. And, wow. And unfortunately, I did
Hey, there's that rocket.
yeah. Unfortunately, I was the eldest. And as I said, I used to read popular mechanics and things like that. And I said, "Oh, these are detonators." I said, "They explode." "Well, how do they explode?" I said, "Well, you hit them and they explode." So Tony Bierman, he gets his tomahawk. We always carry the tomahawk with us, like kids do. Lays it on the railway track and goes, whack! The bloody tomahawk went about 50 feet in the air. We didn't know where it was coming down, so we all scattered. Then he said, "Oh, well, that's pretty cool." What I didn't know was he'd knocked one off. Now, Tony Bierman, as you can guess by the name, was a Dutchman, or his Dutch family. They immigrated out here in the 50s. And his father bought this leg vise, this cast iron leg vise with him. It was his pride and joy.
Nice.
So Tony says to me, he says, "Oh, what happens if you squeeze it in a vise?" I said, "Well, it'll go off." I didn't think much about it. Anyway, 2 days later, I found out what happened. He went home apparently with the one he knocked off from me because I handed him to my old man. And he put it in the vice and screwed this vice up as tight as it went. The leg vice just went like this, broke in half. Tony's ass was sore for about 6 weeks, I reckon, because he got a caning for it.
Oh, yeah.
But he found out about what detonators did. Tony was only about 95 cents in the dollar too. Is a bit
Yep.
simple.
All right, my friends, I have to get going. Thank you for having me again, Jake.
See you, Amy.
Yeah, no worries.
Bye.
Thanks for coming.
No worries. See you
See
later,
you
Amy.
later.
I'll have to have
Oh,
a
God,
look.
Dark's bigger now. Oh.
You just be quiet over there, Sid. You just sit there and look pretty.
Dearie me.
Look at the toxic toad. He looks tired. Gotta be what, midnight over there, right?
11 o'clock.
Lower. No,
11
yeah,
o'clock.
it's 10:52 p.m.
My computer says 10:57.
Blah, 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 blah. it's the land difference between us with that couple of minutes between. That's how
It
much.
could be. I set the sun by my watch.
Yeah.
Jay, it's still quite early over there. Why don't you go out in the shop and turn a nice, I don't know, tabletop or something.
Oh dear.
It's itchy. It's from the
Probably should.
Blackwood, you know. It's just itchy.
Probably should go and get some beauty sleep myself. I'll see you next year.
Hibernation.
It's actually cool enough in the shed to go out there tonight. You got the cool chains through up there too, Jay?
I don't know. My air conditioner's like right there, so I don't know.
I got home from work and it was coming through and had a little bit of rain just before dark.
Yeah, we had a couple of spots, just enough to make it muggy, but then it went back to hot again.
Yeah, no,
I hate
we
you all.
stayed cool. It was
Freezing
good.
here. I hate y'all. It's freezing here.
What have the last couple of days been, Jay? 40-ish, haven't they? Celsius?
Yep.
So it's about 100 105-ish.
Should be starting to cool
Sorry,
off.
Dark. I didn't realise you were still listening.
Should be cooling off. It should be cooling off over there here pretty soon, though, huh? You should be coming into fall here pretty soon, right?
We'll actually probably get some of our hottest weather through February.
Yep,
Well,
February, March.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we still got some heat to come, hopefully.
Mike, is that that pump truck fail? Is that the one where he goes off what we call a pallet truck, where he goes off the edge of the loading ramp and it flicks him right over the flame on top of it?
But I'm imagining pump truck fail. I'm thinking of a septic truck of some sort, but that's going to be funny.
Yeah. I was thinking of a concrete pumper or something like that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the one. On the pallet truck. They call them pump trucks in America.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a pretty good, like, I can't understand why I didn't let go of the handle sooner myself, but anyway. There's a few good ones like that. Yeah, what do you call them in England? Pump trucks or pallet trucks?
All right, guys, I better go. I've got the dog here waiting at the door to be let out, so and then I might go to bed, I reckon. But
Oh, yeah.
take care.
Right.
Yeah, I think
No
I'm
worries.
getting off here too, guys. So
Good night.
Cheers for coming in.
See ya. Go to work now, you miserable bastard.
Oh, dear.
God damn, I love you guys too. With friends like you, who needs them most?
Exactly.
Keep your friends close and your enemies closer, mate.
Yep, friends
Yeah.
close and enemies closer.
Right. See you later. Take care.
Bye, guys. Have a great day. Night, day, night, night, day.
Good day, Chris. Oh, it's only 11:30 here, so 11:30 at night. Yeah, see you later, Adam. Good to see you on. Bugger it, Adam asked the question, do you guys do this chat often? Sometimes about once a week. Depends how we're feeling, doesn't it, Jay? Well, if I'm going to watch the AWGB tomorrow, 5:30 in the morning, I have to get up. You muted, Jay?
I thought you said 3:30 this afternoon.
No, it was on it. I think it's on at 12:30 London time.
Yeah. And daylight savings doesn't go back until the 5th of April.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That's all right. I'll go sub to you too, Adam. I can't copy and paste from here, so I'll go to YouTube after and grab it. But... all right, cheers everyone for coming in. I'm going to knock it on the head.
Yeah, all right then, Jay. Thanks for the chat.
All right.
Been a good night.
See you later.
Tonight it's on. It's on at 12:30 for you, I think, today. It's Talking Turning. It's a Zoom meeting, and today's thing that they're talking about is actually what you raised up about rose engines or decorative turning. Good night, Mike.
See you later, Mike.
Good night, Chris.
Take it easy, Chris.
And Mike as well there somewhere.
See you, Tommy.
Yeah, just think they're all starting work. We're going to bed.
If Adam, if one of us can find you on Facebook or Instagram or something like that, I'll send you a link next time I go live. All right. Cool.
All right.
You just go and sign up on their website, Adam. It's free for
Yeah.
everyone.